Oh, start na.
And Chong D, welcome to Paano Ba To?
Yay! Finally!
I know! Finally, thank you for saying yes.
Anytime, of course.
And salamat sa Pinoy Big Brother for allowing us to shoot dito sa loob mismo ng bahay. Okay, with Enchong, nagpaalam ako sa kanya. Sabi ko, I think a perfect topic for you would be, do guys also feel the pressure of a timeline? And I'll explain to you why. Si Encho kasi, syempre, when you look at him, his life, his career, check lahat. Diba? Parang on paper, wonderful, perfect. And I'm wondering if someone as amazing as you, na-feel din yung pressure ng timeline ng society.
Oh, start na. Okay. Timeline, you know, it's funny because I'm always reminded of the timeline when you have a family gathering. Alam mo yung mga tita, tito na magtatanong na, oh, kailan ka na magdadala dito ng special someone or kailan ka na mag-aasawa, yung ganun. But then on the world that I created for myself, it's non-existent. So parang sabi ko, okay, it's the pressure from the society, it's the tradition that we followed based on the world we live in.
Yeah.
So sabi ko, okay, do I make them happy or do I make myself at peace with all my decisions? So personally, the pressure in the timeline is non-existent for me.
Okay, we're gonna dive into some questions from our supers. That's our community dito sa Paano Ba To? And like I mentioned, when I asked them, hindi pa nila alam kung sino yung guest. They just knew of the topic. And they had very, very interesting questions. Eric Luciano asks, how do you deal with the pressure of not being where you're supposed to be in life?
Ooh.
Have you ever felt that, na I'm supposed to be here by now, or by this age, I'm supposed to be here?
Honestly, when I was younger, there was okay, by this time, I should be like this, I should have this, I should have achieved this.
When you say younger, around what age?
20s, the decades of 20s. Sabi ko kaya nga, sometimes when we get to talk, sabi ko, parang I am more excited to turn 40. I'm really enjoying my 30s right now. With everything, the good, the bad, the ugly part of it, I love it so much. But when I was in my 20s, nandun lahat yung voice notes from other people, yung pressure from other people, and then the pressure from yourself because you created this world in your head na dapat ganito because other people are like this or other contemporaries achieve this. So I need to have this. Pero I always see that pressure is a privilege. I know it's a cliche na paulit-ulit natin nadidinig, but I'm really happy that I have that pressure. But now it's more of wala na yung ibang tao, it's just me.
Yeah.
So parang ang gaan din kasi of course pressure will always be there. Pero at least hindi na yung ibang tao. It's more of myself. Mas internal na yung approach.
Yeah. Okay, two things. First is sana all, yun na sinasabi nila, sana mawala na din sa kanila yung pressure from other people or at least isasantabi mo yung pagpe-pressure nila at uunahin mo yung sayo, yung internal dialogue mo. Before we go there, the second point I wanted to make is, yung timeline, do you think, because you were an athlete for a bulk of your growing up years, may part din ba yun nung internal timeline and expectation of yourself?
Yes, definitely. Because when I was younger, I created this world that I'm an achiever. I'm a competitive person. I'm an achiever. So by the age of 13, I was already part of the national team. I was competing in different countries, bringing the name of the Philippines. And all of a sudden, people are saying that, galing mo, ang galing. Like, I hear it from the friends of my parents. I hear it from everyone, from my classmates to my friends, na parang, good job, you're really an achiever. So sabi ko, okay, I need to continue these achievements. Hindi pwedeng matitigil to. So when sabi ko, okay, magtatrabaho ako. I was a working student athlete. Pinagsasabay-sabay ko lahat because I want to continue that achievements. And then to the point na sabi ko, ay, hindi ko na kaya. I'm going to break if I continue walking in this path na every year dapat may achievements ka.
Yeah.
And then on your first question, yes, but it only happened because I went through the toughest time of my life. I was only able to shut everyone out because I was going through something that, I blocked everyone and then I focused on myself. That was the only time I was able to let go of the noises and focus on my own. Yeah. And we're so scared. We're always so scared and fearful and sad and breaking to the point na parang hindi na natin kaya when we're going through the tough time. But it's such a blessing going through the tough time.
It's freeing after mo mapagdaanan.
Actually, it's freeing in the process of moving on from that. Even if you're in that state still of your lowest point of your life. Kasi I don't think I can say that I'm out of it. But I'm feeling ko, I was able to build the endurance to, okay, laban. Lalaban tayo. Every day is a choice to fight for your freedom and for your place in the world.
I have a question. Because now I'm looking back at the times of my life that I felt were some of the lowest. One of the feelings na lumalabas is I remember also a feeling of loneliness. Parang when you're going through something so tough, meron tayong bakit ako or hanggang kailan ba to? Or parang it's very self.
Yes.
So how does that feeling or how did that feeling turn into yun nga, an advantage in that nakatulong yun to drown out the noise and the unnecessary?
Totoo pala yung sinasabi nila that you have to go through stages of grief, like how to move on from that. At first, it's really difficult. Like, I'd be honest na parang sabi ko, wala, this is like, Lord, suko na ako, wala na to. Like, I'm done. No one will hire me, no one will get me. Like, I just want to give up. But then, every day, dun ko na-realize na every day is a new day. You have an opportunity to better what was yesterday. And then, without me realizing na yung choices ko pala na yun was building the endurance and at the same time, helping me mature and helping me manage everything in my life without the voices in my head. Sabi ko, okay, mas magaan pala without the pressure of those people around you. And then, of course, you will still commit mistakes. Para kang naglalakad uli na baby, na natututo ka maglakad ulit. But then, you're a baby with a 30-year-old bangko ng education and experience and learnings.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a process, but at the same time, ikaw rin mapaproud ka sa sarili mo na, okay, now I understand that this is the meaning of life.
One thing that has impressed me, and I can tell you this because we get to talk a lot, we've become close over the years, is the Enchong I see now handles challenges with so much grace. And parang I think ang laking difference when we handle challenges with galit,
yes,
or with resentment, or with blame,
bitterness,
versus handling challenges na, okay, acceptance and grace.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Hindi mo pala siya mararanasan unless you go through that on your personal experiences. So, sabi ko nga nung bata ko, I always pray like, Lord, help me to become a better person. Help me to become a better friend, a better brother, a better son. And then it will never happen unless you go through a tough, difficult breaking point in your life. So, I can't say that like 100% magaling ako when it comes to handling that. But I am very, very grateful because I think I surrounded myself with people that I can trust. I can share everything without any judgment. So, napakahalaga rin ng tao na may mga ganun ka sa buhay mo. So, hindi siya ako lang na parang, okay, I didn't self-destruct in public, but I have good people around me to guide me through it. Yeah. And one of those I can say is Tatay, like Derek Lorin. Derek Lorin is one of those people na parang nagugulo na yung lahat from his actors, his alagas, his artists, but he's so calm. And I admire that kind of that kind of gesture.
Yeah. But you know what, now that you say that, it's true that he is able to be like that because then of all the fires he went through before.
Yeah.
Mas alam na niya,
Yeah.
been there, done that, seen this, I know how this will turn out. And that's honestly my wish for everyone, that you find someone in your life na ganon, not necessarily older than you, could be younger than you, could be in your family, could be your friend or workmate, na someone who can give you perspective. Kasi minsan, ang daling parang, ito lang yung nakikita natin tapos sila parang, hindi, kaya mo yan, ganito siya, totoo, ganyan siya sa ating lahat. There's one story that I keep telling other people that I first heard from you. I remember hearing this from you a few years back, and it was something to the effect na, si God will throw you little pebbles to teach you a lesson. Do you remember this?
Yes.
And can you share that with everyone?
So I love listening to podcasts, and there's this speaker, and he was saying na lahat ng nangyayari sa buhay mo sometimes is for you to become a better person, for you to experience the big spectrum in life, so that one day, when you move on from this life, masasabi mo na na-experience ko lahat.
You've lived.
You've lived. Pero, laging there's this being bigger than us, God. You call it anything. Different people will call their gods different names. So, si God would always throw something at you to remind you na, hoy, baguhin mo na yan sa buhay mo. So, He will throw pebbles. Kapag hindi mo siya pinapansin, mas malaking bato ata para mapansin mo. So, babatuin ka niya ng bato. Hindi pa rin. Until to the point na hanggang hindi ka nagbabago at hindi mo pinapalitan yung isang bagay doon sa pagkatao mo, a huge boulder will eventually run over you. And doon mo lang marirealize na, oh my God, ito pala yung sinasabi sa akin ng tao dati. Ito pala yung pinapa-experience sa akin ni Lord na hindi ko binabago, but finally, it happened, and only that time you will make some changes in your life.
Yeah.
And I went through that, and hindi ko siya pinakinggan until dumating yung boulder sa buhay ko na, okay, eto pala yun. All along, I thought it was just people trying to criticize me or wanted to change drastically, but no, they're seeing something to you na pwede mong palitan to better yourself.
Yeah. And I asked you that story kasi nga we were talking about challenges, and a lot of times, lahat tayo naman, ayoko mahirapan, parang Lord, okay na to, ayoko ng problema, but a lot of times yun nga, we have to go through that to be able to be better or drown out the noise. We have a next question from TJ Remojo. Meron bang epekto ang social media sa sense of progress or sense of self mo as a guy? Kasi for girls, and there are studies everywhere, meron talaga. Yeah. You know, it affects self-esteem, etc. For guys, may
it's
sort
happening
of...
to everyone. Because we tend to compare our lives to everyone. But I also believe that it's the way you look at things. We have the opportunity also to, okay, I will not allow this post or life that they created in front of me to become selfish, to become jealous, but rather be inspired to do better. Because, something like you will see a million people way more beautiful than you, way sexier than you, way richer than you. But what will you do with it?
Yeah.
Do you just, slump to sadness? But I also believe na, okay, And that's the kind of inspiration I get from my contemporaries. I admire you from the way you are professionally. I admire Kim Chu, the way she would, she will curate her contents. It's something that I will pick up from everyone so that I could also better myself.
Yeah.
And I think that's the beauty also when you have a harmonious relationship with everyone that you work with, because instead of being inggitero, gamitin ko to para, di ba, mapabuti ko yung ginagawa ko.
Yeah.
Kasi it's an opportunity.
Yeah. And I love that you shared that because that's something I also learned in time na lang. Na parang, it's a fine line, pero pwede ka naman na imbis na mainggit doon sa nakikita mo, whether in real life or social media, ano kaya yung ginagawa niya na pwede kong i-adapt ng konti tapos gawing akin? And you'll pick bits and pieces from, ang term nga ni Lumpia Queen, Abby Marquez, sabi niya parang kukutuhan niya. Gusto ko yung pagkaganto ng ganto, yung pagkaganito ng ganyan, and then gagawin kong akin. So we can all do that.
And it also comes with, again, going back to our conversation a while ago, it only happened because I drowned out everything and then I focused on myself.
Yeah.
Kasi doon ko ma-realize na, okay, ito yung pwede kong mapabuti sa sarili ko. Sino yung pwede kong maging life coach or life inspiration so that I could be better?
Yeah. And on a lighter note, isa sa mga nagawa mo, because si Enchong D right now, one of the things he is known for, one of the many things, ay ang kanya mga fit checks on TikTok. And we keep talking about, sabi mo, hindi naman bago yung fit check when you started doing it, but you just did it in a way that was very you, and then, in-embrace ng tao.
Yeah, I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful because when I was younger, in my 20s, lagi kong pinapasok sa utak ko na ang baduy ko magdamit. Hindi ako mamahalin magdamit.
Really?
Oo. So laging may negative sa utak ko. And then when I went on my 30s, sabi ko, you know what? There's beauty in what I do because all of a sudden, it's so relatable because I don't spend for my clothes. Now I have more freedom to buy bits and pieces of luxury goods. But when I was younger, no, and until now, most of the things that I wear, like this is less than 1,000 or 500 pesos because it's the way you carry it, and it doesn't have to be expensive all the time. And again, sabi ko nga, it only worked because, yung mga artista pala, hindi naman pala laging mamahalin yung damit. And we do that. We actually opt to have those things because it's more practical.
Yeah.
Diba?
Next, eto na, Marie Manalo. In terms of relationships, are guys also pressured to settle down at a certain age? And do you find yourself hurrying or pressed to look for the right one? Girls have it naturally, but I think girls, it's tied to the biological clock as well.
Yes.
Pero sa guys, meron din ba?
I always go back to you have to be prepared or you have to want this. You don't have to need this, but you have to want this for you to enter that relationship. Because now we realize, I was just listening to this yesterday, na there was this person during the 1800s. He was a murderer. And yung naging offspring niya, parang 30 became murderers, 20 became mga prisoners, other one are become adulterers, rapists, and all that. And then there's this other guy also who was a pastor na yung naging offspring niya, merong naging pastors, lawyers, teachers, educators. So parang we don't realize that the decision that we do today has a ripple effect in the future. So parang you have to want this para kapag umiyak yung bata at sobra ka ng buwisit, you will still have the love to take care of that baby. And And all the responsibility, you have to pay for the education, you have to pay for the food that you're going to eat 3 times a day.
Quality of life.
The quality of life, that decision doesn't only boils down to, gawa na ako kasi para habang bata, para makabanding ko yung anak ko habang bata pa. Na parang mali yung nagiging rason natin to enter a relationship. You have to want this for it to work.
Yeah. I love that you verbalize that because I think now that point of view, hindi limited sa kalalakihan, but a lot of women, and a lot of women I know are really being so intentional about, am I really mom material? Do I even want to be a mother? And I love that for this next generation kasi in the older generation, it was expected, di ba? May timeline ng mag-graduate, magkakatrabaho, magkaka-boyfriend, ikakasal, magkakaanak, magkakapangalawang anak. But now it's like, people are more empowered to choose the path that they want for themselves.
I also heard this one statement saying, the voices from the society and the traditions that we follow are the path that we're taking so constrictedly from the people that are not here anymore. We're following traditions because sabi ni Lolo ganito. Na why are we on? I'm not saying that we disregard the traditions. There's beauty in it. But sometimes we're so constricted with our decisions that we're honoring that and we're betraying ourselves already. And I think that's the worst kind of injustice when you betray yourself.
Yeah. One of my good friends, si Ana Oposa, she is one of those who have chosen na motherhood is not for her. And now kasi she's very much at peace with her decision. And the way she explained it to other women na nahihirapan pa to justify, she's like, who will live with your decision ba? Yung Grab driver ba na ginudge ka? Yung nanay mo ba? Hindi, ikaw, di ba? It's you who will live with the decision. And so it has to be something that you want for yourself talaga. Ito naman, from Jad Jai Jimbu. Career-wise, have you ever felt in your career that you were behind? And how have you handled those moments?
Yes, especially again when I was in my 20s. Parang feeling ko not enough yung achievements ko, not enough yung soaps na nagawa ko. As an achiever, not enough. Like, I need my next building, I need my next business investment. Kakaganon ko, and this got stuck on me. Our friend, Dominic Hernandez, he said, partner, ang aggressive mo, baka mamaya may 10 kang negosyo, 2 lang kumikita doon, talo ka pa. Dahil may 8 ka na hindi gumagana. And then, I only realized that when I started failing businesses. So, sometimes it's really a hard lesson for you to learn. Pero, dun lang, parang when I was in my 20s, laging may kulang, laging I'm behind. But now, again, when I look internally, and this is something that I like doing every year. Before the start of the new year, I would list down all the things that I want to achieve and list down the things that I achieve. Kumbaga, chinecheck ko yung mga wish list ko noong 2024, ngayon 2025, chinecheck ko siya. Ano yung mga hindi ko na-achieve? Okay. Let's carry it on 2025 and then let's see if machicheck ko siya. Okay.
This list is like everything. Career, business, personal life.
Yes.
Okay.
And I have to write it down because it's another way of visualizing.
So when you write it down, how do you assess, I guess, yourself in the past year versus kung ano yung gusto mong mangyari this year?
Something for your health, something for your family, something for your pocket, something for your friends, and something for your faith. And that's it. You list it down. And my number 1 will always, and you can try it also when you list down your wish list 2026, continuous growth with God. And I think it always works.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Also from Jajay Jimbu. Lahat tayo kasi, di ba, we have a milestone na gusto natin matupad, whether it's pegged on an age, a decade, or something. For you now, at this point, where does that pressure come from? Does it come from people around you, society, or yourself? And how do you handle that pressure?
The pressure is now coming from myself. And it's funny because, like you, all of us, we are the worst critics of our work, of ourselves. And hindi siya masyado masakit kapag galing sa atin kasi yung pressure na parang, and this is weird, but I like talking to myself. And when you talk to yourself, you will hear your excuses in your head, and at the same time, you will hear the criticisms in your head. And nababalanse mo siya. So, hindi siya masyado masakit, and there's always room for, okay, I'll be open to my criticisms so that I can try a different way.
Yeah.
So, I think, and that's the beauty of it. Kasi nawawala rin yung inggit, nawawala yung comparison, and you're more open to good professional relationships with everyone. Kasi nakikita ng katrabaho mo kapag may inggit ka sa kanila.
Cliche din talaga yung comparison is the thief of joy. That's so true. And understandable kasi na when we're younger, in our teens, 20s, we're like, bakit siya? Sana ako din. But I do think, for me, it also shifted in my 30s na parang, you don't have to compare in a negative way. You can compare and then be inspired, be motivated, or compare and say, alam mo, yun yung unique sa kanya talaga eh. Pero ako, ito yung unique sa akin. And I think that has helped me immensely. Kasi nga, hindi tayo magkakompetensya. We are helping each other go forward and get better.
And honestly, ang gaan-gaan pumasok sa trabaho kapag you're only focused on yourself, on how you better your work.
Yeah.
And then, ang kagandahan pa dun, because you have good relationships with everyone. Like, for example, I remember this so much from our last season. As simple as saying the city Cebu. I love that because Bianca has more experience to me na may baon ako na lesson na pwede ko siyang dalhin for the rest of my life.
Cebu?
Di ba naalala mo, kunyari for example, Kim Chu, ganito of Cebu. Parang naalala ko, sinabi mo sa akin, hindi siya Cebu. Cebu. Parang something ganon. Something ganon.
Okay.
And then, ngayon, sabi ko, okay, now I know how to properly say and enunciate as simple as the word city of Cebu. You know, like ganon. So, yun.
Totoo. And ako, comparing to others is tightly connected kasi with timeline. Kasi saan ba nanggagaling yung idea of a timeline? It's because a lot of times we keep looking at others. Saan na ba sila? Ano ba ginagawa nila? Versus, ano ba ginagawa ko? But you're right in that it's so freeing when you just focus on you and yourself. Easier said than done, pero kaya naman.
Saka, hindi rin siya mas masakit kapag nakafocus ka sa sarili mo. Kapag nagkamali ka, pag nagkamali ka kasi, tatawanan nyo right now, ganyan, but you don't have the feeling na, ano kaya yung sinabi ni Bianca? Ano kaya yung sinabi ni Robbie after Robbie? Hindi. Pagsakay ko sa sasakyan, doon ko yung, ano ka ba naman, Edchong, bakit ganyan yung performance mo? Yung mas internal.
Yeah. Going back to that, because a lot of people struggle naman with negative self-talk. And the way you explain, the way you talk to yourself, it's quite balanced. So how do you do that? Paano hindi sobra yung negative self-talk? Because it's something a lot of people struggle with.
We have to remember that while we are our worst critic, we have to be our best cheerleader also. So, you have to balance it in your head. I know sometimes it's not easy, pero kailangan mo rin, while you're picking out the wrongdoings of your work, from your work or personal, kailangan mo rin itap yung sarili mo na, oy, good job ka dito ah. Oy, okay yan na parang hinabaan mo yung PC mo, in-appreciate mo yung coworker mo, in-inspire mo yung younger artist with your work, yung mga ganon. You know, those simple things, hindi mo na nare-realize, nare-rewire mo yung brain mo on how to approach things differently.
I appreciate that perspective kasi posibleng mag-coexist yun eh. You can be your worst critic but best cheerleader. And something I've learned in 21, are you 20 years this year? Then you 21?
Next year will be my 20th year. This is my 19th.
Next year, 20 years in the industry is that a lot of times you cannot expect other people to pat your back for you. They're busy worrying about themselves or other things. At kung hindi ikaw yung mag-hype ng sarili mo, walang ibang gagawa. So you really have to do it as well.
I have 5 people in my life na kapag nakuha ko yung thumbs up, I am super happy. But if I don't, yung sarili ko lang, I'm good. I'm good already.
I think that's something we all have to learn to build. Yung parang hindi kailangan external yung validation, but within ourselves, if happy tayo or if we're proud of ourselves. And I think, as a super side note, that's something that I try to do with my kids now. Parang, ang parents kasi tendency, ang galing mo anak, or parang good job. I've been reading a lot of parenting things na parang try to flip it and say, wow, you finished it. Are you proud of yourself? So that's what I try to do now with my kids. Kasi it makes so much sense. Now, what matters is, if proud siya sa ginawa niya, it shouldn't matter if I'm proud because I'm the parent. I will always be proud of what she does. So, hopefully, planting those seeds will work. We'll see in like 15, 20 years kung nag-work. Okay, just to wrap up this conversation, to everyone listening, feeling some sort of pressure in their life right now, what is something you'd like to tell them to sort of help them get through it and be kinder to themselves?
I think pressure shows who we are, and pressure shows who we are not. And at the same time, the most beautiful part of pressure is it shows what you can handle and what you can receive. Because I always believe na hindi ka bibigyan ng Panginoon ng something na sobrang bigat if wala siyang nakabangko something for you in the future. That's why I'd like to think na lahat ng nangyayari sa buhay natin, maliit man o malaki, is something that He's preparing you to accept the biggest gift that you can receive in your life. So, if malaki yung pressure na nararamdaman mo, be proud because naatasan ka, you're the chosen soldier of God para kayanin to. Kasi ang dami niyang ibibigay sa'yo magaganda at hindi mo ine-expect to the point na, Lord, deserve ko pa ba to? Kasi sobra naman tong but dahil alam niya, nakakayanin mo i-handle to. So, I think embrace the pressure and don't allow yourself to drown, but rather swim with it. Swim with the pressure.
Yeah. Oh, beautifully said. I'm so proud of you. Are you proud of yourself? I love that. Thank you so much for finally sitting down with us, Enchong.
Paano Ba To is created and hosted by me, Bianca Gonzalez, with podcast producer Anika Neri and edited by Paolo Halili. To be part of our community of supers, please do follow this podcast here on Spotify or click the subscribe button on YouTube, and you can follow Paano Ba To on Instagram, ask Paano Ba To on TikTok, and join our private Facebook group, the Paano Ba To Super Group. Till our next episode, stay super, supers!
I always love listening to your podcast and I always admire the work that you do helping our society.
Tayong dalawa, lahat tayo, we all have a role to play. Meron tayong kanya-kanyang toka in life. And I'm so happy to get to sit down with you here. Talagang lagi si Enchong ay well of wisdom despite his young age kasi nga sa dami ng pinagdaanan, di ba? Madami nang share in life at maraming na-bless ng words mo today. Thank you!
You're welcome!